in TJ before it wasn't there. It was 105.
Classic Hits, LA 105.
Hey everybody, it's Mike, and this is Jason.
What it do, nephew?
And Ray couldn't be here for the podcast. We were gonna have a three-way.
Whoa.
Podcast three-way.
This is how rumors get started.
But Ray
or relationships.
Ray doesn't feel so well. He lost his voice.
Yeah.
When
we told him we were doing a menage a trois, he suddenly come down with.
He quit.
Yeah, he quit. He's a quitter.
But anyway, so like he said like a bunch of
wonderful.
people got sick at work, and I was like, well, don't come, because I don't want to get sick, and don't come.
Here it goes. It's already happened.
Speaking of that, we were just talking about
Oh yeah.
how every time you turn,
I had no idea where you were visiting.
flip through something, it's like
Well, yeah.
blue chews.
At our age,
faster, harder, quicker.
At our age, if you watch a YouTube video that's longer than 5 minutes, you're gonna get a couple of commercials in there. And at our age,
Yeah,
you get the ones for the the boner pills.
the boner pills, and it's always like, hey man, this one's faster, this one's better. It's like, how much faster do you need it to be?
Well, and it's got like a maybe 24-year-old, and she's like, does your member not function properly? And you've got it cranked up. You're over there, got YouTube going while you're cooking dinner, and your family's down the hallway wondering what you're watching when this shit's popping off. That's my issue with it, for the real. That's the kind of stuff you need a note in the mail about, not a YouTube commercial.
Right. It's like
Whoever-
you're trying to watch like a guitar solo, 10 great guitar solos, and you're on your phone and it's loud, and the next thing is like, do you get hard fast enough?
Right.
God, what the hell?
Has
What
it
are we
been a
talking
while
about?
since you've had a blue vein throbber?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the best 10 guitar solos
Daddy,
are now,
what are
'cause
you watching?
It's what I care about now.
Or worse,
I
you've got
care-
friends over.
I really just kind of care about guitars, and not how quick my boner
Yeah, what do those
gets
two have to do
at
with
that
each
moment.
other? I don't know.
They used to have a lot to do with each other when I was younger and playing in a band and touring a little.
They did.
I never had that problem then.
Right.
So maybe it's like, maybe the guitar, the algorithm is, this guy plays guitar. He's old.
He used to
pop
party.
bones
That's right.
and party.
And now he doesn't.
And
He's looking a little like he's struggling. He needs a little blue chew.
it knows us better than
and
it
he
knows
needs to be
ourselves.
told this by some 24-year-old at maximum volume during a how to cook, chicken ranch bacon or something recipe you're trying to watch while you're cooking,
Right.
and you can't, you got shit all over your hands. You can't get back over and stop it. You
No.
just gotta
Power through.
Yeah, you
You
just
gotta
gotta
power
power through. Get back in your room. That's what I do. Nobody asked that.
These algorithms are kind of freaky because I went on Instagram. This is probably good. I don't know. This is probably give away like everything I look at on Instagram. Probably not though. What it really is like, okay, I'm looking at like a lot of guitar stuff. Just guitar stuff. My phone's going
Guitar
off.
porn.
I work 24/7. Guitar porn. So like I'm looking at this stuff. I go into like the settings of Instagram, and there was one that you could click on that said, what is it, like risque? Like there's a filter.
I need to get on Instagram more.
You can turn the filter off of like that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like parental controls, almost.
Yeah, almost like
Almost,
that,
yeah.
where you're seeing like everything. And I
Okay.
never had that off before.
So it's like a chastity belt for Instagram, for your eyes. It's like,
So I'm like, oh well, I'm a grown man. I can see.
I can
things.
unclick that.
and I click it,
and now you can't unsee things.
and now it's like if you ever done the thing where you go on Instagram and you push like the search button thing, and then all the algorithm search button stuff comes up.
Yeah.
And so like all of mine was like all like guitar and miniature painting stuff, just
Right.
real nerd shit.
Right. It's
for a
following.
while.
It's picking your brain. It's
After
following
I
you.
clicked that, like every third video on there was like some
Blue
20,
chews.
some 20-something going like this real fast with their phone to her crotch. And I was like, what is this? And it's like a whole like thing where And I was like, I don't search this stuff.
Right, but
But then of course I'm like, well, let me click on this and see what's going on with this.
do you think it's maybe this? They're looking at it and going, okay, he's this age, blah 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 blah. I bet we can get him to take a little detour from his nerdy guitar stuff.
These girls
Dude,
are paying
I've
good
had
money.
one-
They're paying good money for ads. We're gonna throw it into
That's right.
this thing right here and get this old guy to look at this stuff.
We'll hook him in,
Yeah.
or we're gonna set him up for some kind of buddy.
That's
know,
right.
You want to meet in real life? And
No.
Chris Hansen walks
Hell
out. You know,
no, I don't do none of that shit.
that's-
I'm so boring.
They're out there
It don't
fishing.
matter.
That's what that is. That's what it is. They're gonna see who's gonna click back.
It's like we have a picture of your face.
Have you ever read the comments in those ads and stuff like
No.
that? No,
I haven't
I
either.
bet it's some wild shit though.
I probably could just hit here and look at it real quick.
Go pull them up. Go pull up.
But how do I pull that
Oh
up?
God, your algorithms are really fixing to be busted.
It's just really messed up.
Yeah, I don't know what put the I don't know boner pills.
I'm getting
commercials.
like serious phone calls for work. Well, let's take
That's
a phone
been my whole
call.
day. Let's take them live.
Hey,
Come on
let's-
at you.
let's
Yeah,
take a
let's
live
here we go.
phone call.
Let's see what we got. You're
Hello?
you're live on the air.
Hello. Hey.
Matt just called me from work.
Yeah, I missed his call.
Okay, Anthony, the sales guy, said they were holding some people over. I said, well, he ought to be pulling in any minute.
Yeah, he's pulling in any minute.
Okay, that's what I told him.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. There you
Let me
go.
let me take the next one.
You'll take the
I'll
next
take
one?
the next one.
It depends on who it is. You probably could have taken that one. That would have been
That's it.
fine. That was
You know
dumb.
what we could do?
What?
I could like cold call some customers.
Oh my gosh. No, but anyway.
You know what? You know what? That made me think of something else. This is a neat little, I guess, conversation topic. But prank calls. You remember prank calls? You can't do that shit no more, man. That's
No,
over with.
It's over with because nobody answers the phone if they
Well,
don't
you know who
it
it is. Well, I don't know now. People that I don't know who they are, first time callers, not people I have programmed into my phone, but other
Yeah.
people that call me, and it tells me who it is. Like, yeah, like watch this. For instance, well, that was one of them, but here we go. All right, look, this number right here in red.
Right.
So I don't have him locked in. It's
Who
got his
is that?
number. That is a customer of mine from Alexandria with a name I can't pronounce. But,
Right.
But like he's not saved into my phone. And
But it comes up. But
it comes up as his name as some form of caller ID. Yeah.
Whenever my name comes up, because all of our phones are bought through our trucking company, they all come up as like my brother's name. So people will, I'll call, and if it's somebody I haven't talked to, they're like, "Hello, Bob."
Hey,
or
Bobby.
Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah. And I'm
Or
like,
that's
"No,
how you
it's
know
Mike."
the spam calls too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But they, you can't do prank calls anymore. Like the people usually don't answer their phone if it comes up and they don't know who it is.
Or ding dong ditch. You can't do that anymore
You
either.
get
'cause you'll
shot, I
blood.
think.
That's right.
And we have I got like 3
Ring
cameras outside.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no more ding dong ditch.
How does stuff like that affect society? You wonder, you know?
I don't know. I think
Whip your ass in line.
I think a lot of people now are really tired of bullshit. I think even more now so because we get a lot of bullshit through our
Well, you don't know what
phones
kind of
and-
bullshit it's going to be. Used to, if somebody was out in your yard, they might be rolling it or something like that. Now, you know, you're immediately first thing is bad. You know, your first thoughts are they're there to harm you or something.
Yeah, you're like,
know?
hey, what are those kids doing down the
Stealing.
street? They're
Yeah,
just playing.
It's not no more of that
I don't
shit.
know about that.
No,
I don't know about that. I think,
no more benefit of the doubt
right.
at all.
And that sucks. And I was kind of telling the younger folks in my life
Children.
about how
Get off my lawn.
we used to get away with a lot more than they could get away with. Like they do things wrong and it ruins their lives forever.
it.
Like have you like you get pulled over in like 1992 and you or in the
They
90s,
make you pour it out or
and,
something.
Yeah, and
you
they'd be
know.
like, well, you know,
Follow you home.
yeah, follow you home. Now
Call your
it's-
parents.
Yeah, call your parents. Your parents come get you.
Now
like
you only
that.
get that if you're a police officer.
Yeah, right.
You seen about
Or-
that
or
yesterday,
if
huh?
You are super known, like it's your brother, the police
Right,
officer.
right. Well, the good old
You know what
boy.
I mean?
The good old boy system is alive and well.
It is.
The Ouachita Parish DA recently let a Ouachita Parish sheriff's officer who got arrested for a DWI by a state trooper, Louisiana state trooper, decline to prosecute him.
Really?
Yeah. And,
Oh, that's some
and
good
he came
old boy
out and
stuff.
made the statement to the news that it would ruin his life, and this was a good guy, and he
Oh.
just didn't want to do that to him.
Oh, well, darn.
I mean, and how many people are sitting at home going, you know, I feel like I'm a pretty good guy.
I'm a pretty
you
good
know?
guy, and I didn't get
y'all,
the benefit of the
How
doubt.
many people do you know that, you know?
But that's how it was
That's
kind
it.
of back in the day.
That's
You
it.
know, if you weren't just going down the road like running off the
Wrecking
two wheels
shop.
off the
Yeah.
road and hitting mailboxes, they were just like, "Hey, I'm gonna follow you home, or I'm gonna call your parents."
It kind
or
of
whatever.
sounds like we're fighting for.
It kind of sounds
You know?
like we're fighting
You
for a
know,
little bit of drinking
like
and driving.
that. Yeah, it does sound a
We're
little bit like
not.
that. That's
I'm
not
not
what we're
saying
advocating.
drink and drive.
We're
you
just saying
fools.
things used to be different.
Yes.
Very different.
It used to be very different. And obviously, like I left out over here on Highway 80 one time, made a left at night and was coming down the road, and the guy in front of me was driving, and the person coming the other way clipped his car, and his mirror broke off and hit my windshield, and he ran me off the road. Obviously, that guy, and we called the police and followed that guy, and obviously that guy's going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And so, like, he's going down the road on, like, a 2-lane road, Highway 80,
Barreling.
like, doing 90 mile an
In
hour.
a blackout.
And just blackout drunk. Pulls into, like, it was like a nursing home, and is trying to, like, make a loop because I'm following him. He's freaking out, and I'm on the phone with the police. He just pulls out, and then he just ends up right in the ditch. Boom. And then he's just done.
Wrecked his own shop.
Yeah, and the cops show up, and I was like,
Damn.
dude, this guy, you know, and then the other people that got hit. But, like, obviously, that's terrible.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
for
I've
sure.
had, like, 2 margaritas at Chili's,
Right.
and I'm 2 miles away from my house,
Right.
I'm fine. I've had Chili's, and I've had a burrito.
I've had a police officer pull me over. I was barely of age, we'll put it that way, back 21-ish.
Yeah.
Pulled me over at the stop. I lived on the house on the corner. He pulled me up at the stop sign. I can see my house. And after I gave him my license, he looked at it and he knew where we were. He was looking around. He was like, that one right there? And I'm like, yeah, that's where I was going. And he said, well, you made it this far.
Yeah.
You know, and he watched me going onto the driveway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've had them before on, Jesus, I don't know if I should be telling all this.
Well, the 20 people that watch.
Right,
will
both of
know
y'all.
both of the guys.
on Forsyth. And,
My
and
friend
Monroe.
John. Hey, John, by the way, first of all, real quick, thank you, John, for my watch case. I really love it. I don't need you talking shit about me for not thanking you on the podcast for my watch case. Okay. Go ahead.
And I would also like to thank you for my watch in the future. And I want to get ahead of the curb here. No. And also, I would not like shit talked about me.
Yeah.
I've heard. Anyway. But yeah. Yeah, man, shit was different, man. I guess, you know, but police used to deal with shit differently, I guess, too. They deal with different things. They didn't think everybody getting out of the car was going to spray them, you know.
Right.
Or, you know, whatever.
It's a tough job.
It is a tough job.
It's a tough
It is a
job,
tough
and they
job,
have
man.
rules, and if they
there's-
don't follow the rules, they lose their job. So
well, and
I get it.
if they don't watch out for themselves, they lose their lives too. So
Right.
you know, and anytime given a choice,
it's not a job
think
I would want to
they're gonna
have.
they're gonna err on the side of protecting themselves. I would think anybody would,
But thank God that there are people out there that want to do that job.
yeah, because I don't.
Because I don't.
I don't. That same thing like with
I don't.
hospital
I would be
people.
too. This is me with that job. I'm too nice. I like walk up and I'm the cool guy. and
Well,
I'm
yeah,
like,
you're already
hey,
advocating
man,
for
you're kind of
drinking and driving.
You're kind of like weaving all over the place. You think you're gonna make it home all
Sorry,
right?
buddy. You only
And then
ran- you
I'm
already
like,
ran
okay,
over-
well, just be cool with that. And then like 20 minutes later, I get a call where they just plowed into a family of 7 in a van, and they're all dead. And I'm like, oh no, I was
so
being
wrong.
light on it. I'm
was
so
so
wrong. So wrong. But it is a tough job, and I salute you all that do that job. It's
Salute.
rough. That's a rough job.
I agree. I wouldn't want to do that or any kind of medical. Like
Any kind of medical
grateful.
stuff. I'm not smart enough to like make split medical decisions or do math.
It's not
quickly.
even that with me. It's the gross shit.
It's the gross
It's the
stuff?
gross shit, man.
No,
like
gross
if
doesn't bother
leave it
me.
to me, you in a bad situation. I'm not the.
You're
no,
not pumping
no, I'm not
the
for it. I'm not the
chest
guy. I mean, I'll pump the chest, but
with them spurting blood out my neck.
I
you're
might
not-
pass out. You know,
Yeah,
that's
right.
you know,
Well,
I
that's
might
bad.
start throwing up too. I see it, I do it. You know. I'm like that. I used to get out of school anytime somebody in the class would throw up because I'd throw up too.
You'd
and
throw
they
up,
They
too?
think I was sick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well hey, that kind of worked out.
And I
your
mean,
benefit.
in a way, I was. You know, all I could think about was that. You know, oh fuck. There it
Yeah.
goes.
Remember the sawdust stuff they'd put on throw up in school?
I do.
They still
I
have
do.
that?
I think they use kitty litter now or something.
Kitty, is it cheaper? What happened?
Probably
to
more
the s-
available. We
what
don't have
happened to
shop
the s-
anymore.
The sawdust people that
Probably
used to
don't have
sell
shop
that
anymore.
Sweet sawdust that smelled like I don't know, Pepto
Cedar.
Bismol, cedar.
Cedar
A
Bismol.
mixture.
We
Cedar
were going
Bis-
different directions with
Cedar-
that one.
Cedar Bismol.
Yes.
It's been a while since I was in kindergarten and somebody threw up in the cafeteria. It's been a minute. I've got to use the bathroom.
All right. Well, I'm not coming.
So yeah, you just you can sit here
I'm gonna hold it down.
and I can cut it out, or you can hold it down.
I'm gonna
But
hold
I
it
gotta
down.
Pee. I gotta pee like fierce.
I'll tell jokes.
No, yeah, go ahead. This is the funny part. I'll leave it in.
All right.
You probably hear me pee with that mic.
Are you a loud pisser?
Maybe.
Let's see. Oh yes, you are you're a flutter.
Probably cut it out.
Oh, that's it.
No.
Oh.
To the side of the bowl.
Ah, he's trying to use the silencer. There's a topic: pissing techniques.
Pissing technique is a topic.
Let me ask you this: if you go to the gas station and let's say the toilet's not really clean, and you're pissing hard, do you try and help clean it a little, like pressure piss it?
Are you doing that?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Like, am I doing that?
First of all, we have to talk about this. The first thing you have to talk about
First
using-
things first.
First things first in a public bathroom. When you go in a public bathroom and there's a bank of urinals. There's a bank.
There's a row.
Like, you know how you call it a phone bank?
Yeah, the space between.
So do you call it a row of urinals or is it a bank of urinals? Okay, so anyway,
I think it's a row.
a row of urinals.
A row.
Because like a phone bank would be a
row-
row of phones.
A urinals.
So like Samson's trying to get in on the podcast. Anyway, so you walk into a bathroom, which driving truck for 15 years, I walked into many bathrooms.
Oh God.
With a bank of urinals or row.
Right.
Which one do you like to pick? Do you like to go for the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth? If there's a fifth one, now we're talking about a big fifth.
You know, I'm
Farthest
not a
or
number.
closest?
I don't pick by number. I don't pick by that.
You go by farthest, closest.
I eyeball the situation first of all. If there's a
Right.
couple covered, you know, if
Let's say they're empty. Let's
they're
say
all
it's the middle
empty.
of the night.
All right, and they're all equally clean.
Yes. What goes through your mind when you're picking one?
Okay.
Now
well,
the
you
first,
got to leave
now
room.
Let's say the first one is the little one. Let's say the first one,
Junior.
that's the
the
foot,
junior. Yeah.
the foot down.
Yeah.
Let's
You
say
might as
it's
well
that
be.
one.
You might as well be pissing on the
I'm
floor.
not pissing on that one.
No.
So I skipped that one.
Okay, so you got that one and 3 or 4 more.
You got like 4 more, 3 more.
I usually go all the way to the far end, and the reason is because you got to leave. You can't get in the middle.
No.
Because that assures that if somebody else is coming
They're coming in
they're
and
going to be
getting beside
close.
you.
They're going to
Yeah.
be close. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you run the risk of a conversationalist.
Right.
know,
Oh, yeah.
talker.
You don't.
How's
There's
it
rules.
going?
It's going great.
It's not. I'm not talking to you.
Here's one. Do you think you go to the far end because in your brain you think that that's the one that's used the
The
least?
least is the cleanest.
But it's not. It's actually
the
probably
one everybody
that's
picks.
used the most.
Probably is.
Because everybody thinks that. Right?
Maybe. But you know, the first one you've got the old people. They're they will probably piss in the shorty
The shorty just not to have to walk
because it's first.
It's the
And they're already pissing before they even get in there.
less traveled.
They're pissing in their pants like
Right.
6 steps before the bathroom door.
Right. Now, I either go to the very far one. I go to the very far.
You go to a stall?
No, I don't go to a stall because
Stalls are
if
are
they're
scary.
all taken up and I go to a stall and I'm like looking, what is up with people that don't flip the thing for the stall that says it's occupied? Or do they have like a fetish
I think
of people
so.
that walk in
I
on
think
them like,
so.
oh, sorry, and
I
they're
had-
like,
Yeah, I had a dude
Like,
one
what
time.
is
he
that
tried
bullshit?
he tried to scream at me for walking in on him because he didn't lock up.
Lock the
All right?
door.
He said, "Somebody's in here," and like I had done something wrong by coming. I'm like,
right. No,
I'm
that
like,
guy likes that.
Yeah,
that guy
he did.
likes
Yeah,
that.
he
he
did.
wants you to come in.
It was at a fucking Target.
It's almost.
It really was.
It's
It really
almost
was.
like the old guys at the gym where they just take a shower or they change and they're completely naked.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. They're just standing up and they're doing. Yeah. Put your foot okay. I'm gonna tell you the guy stand up, put your foot on your chair,
this.
and then use a blow dryer to blow dry your nether regions. This is
Oh
a
my
dude.
God, are you
There was a
serious?
dude doing this all the time at this gym in Griffin, Georgia. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. This guy he's older gentleman. I would say probably late 50s, early 60s.
Did he have a reason to be bragging?
No, he didn't.
No.
But the thing is like,
But he
you
didn't
wouldn't
care.
look, but you just walk in, you hear somebody doing, you walk and be
look
like,
over,
oh,
not that, not
no, and we all everybody that worked out at those times would always be like, God, this dude's in here, he's in front of the.
Did y'all have a name for him?
No, we didn't. We were trying not to talk to him. We don't try to talk. If you're a stranger getting naked, changing in a gym.
No,
my
I mean, did
generation
y'all give him a
doesn't really-
nickname when you'll talk about him? Like,
We don't really like to talk to each other.
Johnny Freeballs
we
is
just
in there.
we
Watch
just
out.
look at each other like this, like that, and just look at each other like that and be like, what the fuck?
Right. It was an unspoken conversation.
But that's just that's so weird to me. It's like that that guy probably leaves stalls unlocked.
Do you
while
think
he's-
that he was an athlete or in the military?
I think he's
just
old and
or-
nobody's seen him naked in
And he likes
4
to show
years.
it.
And anybody that's seen
Just
him naked, maybe that's it.
Take what he can
I
get.
don't know. He's lonely.
Are we gonna be that way?
No, I'm
Are we gonna
not.
be?
I bought a gym and I bought a thing and put it in my garage so I don't have to go to the gym and trip over all the damn tripod cameras of all the ladies and dudes trying to show them working out on the internet. That is the dumbest thing to me I've ever seen.
I have never ever went to a gym.
I can't stand it.
Worked out. I've never been inside one.
I'm
I mean,
kinda-
no, I take that back.
I'm
I've been
kinda
inside
spoiled.
one.
I'm kind of spoiled.
Okay.
When I lived in Georgia, I lived out rurally, and I would get up in the morning at 5 a.m. and go to the gym, and there'd be nobody there, and I had this whole gym to myself, and I'd work out for an hour and a half, 2 hours every morning, and it was awesome. Then I came here, and I go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning,
And it's packed.
and it's packed. It's a college town. It's 5 a.m. It's packed. Everyone has cameras out. I'm trying to work out and do double machines, and people are annoyed that I'm walking where you're supposed to walk, and
Right.
they've got a camera set up, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm buying a rack and putting it in my house and working out at my house forever. I don't need the amount of money I'm paying a month for a gym here. I'll put it on a credit card for a rack and all the weights.
Stretch it out.
And stretch it out
There
and
you
just
go.
pay every month what I'm paying now. And that's what I do.
And it's worth it for the peace of mind.
It's 100% worth it for the peace of mind. 100%
I can
because
see that.
I'd rather be alone working out
right.
than dealing with all that bullshit at the gym.
I could see if I did want to go to a gym and start doing the gym thing and working out and stuff like that. I would I would want to do it like what you're talking about. Like, just go get some shit up under there. I don't want to. And who would want to jump straight into starting out in front of,
all
everybody,
the people that are already
with their fucking cameras out and everything.
There's like cameras everywhere, and then
what happens is you end up being on one of them videos where they're using the equipment wrong,
and you're looking, or there's a girl wearing a thing that's like this big, and then a thong, and she's working out, and you walk past, and she has multiple cameras on her, and you walk by, and you're just like, oh fuck, and then
she's mad because you looked at her.
She's mad.
Did you see that creeper?
I
finally caught him on camera. I got one.
I got it.
I got one, and they're trying to catch you. And then
did you realize that
and then they go home and run a
dudes want to have
podcast.
sex with me constantly? Did you realize
They're
that?
looking at me.
Oh my god! Would you shut up? I don't know. Like something.
They're giving me exactly what I asked for. Almost.
But that's why I can't do the gym. I can't go to the gym.
See, man.
I loved the gym when it was me just by myself at 5 a.m. It was so great.
Yeah.
So you put your AirPods,
therapeutic,
AirPods, whatever you want to call them, in headphones, whatever.
Look, we've got a new guy, a guy at work that's got a new set of AirPods.
Yeah.
And he wears them wrong, like with them.
Why?
He's old and he doesn't know any better.
He wears them up.
Yeah, and he looks like the reverse something about Mary, with the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging from the ear?
Yes, that's all I can see every time he walks by. You're over there screaming at him, hey, Eddie! He doesn't hear nothing.
Why haven't they made the AirPods black yet?
Why?
It's been years. Like, why aren't they a different color?
You're right.
Because that is hilarious, because, like, you got this white droop coming out of your ear.
I know.
And
you're right though. Why hadn't they made like multiple colors now?
Why haven't they done that?
That's marketable.
They sell a lot of them.
Yeah. Like those Stanley cups.
The big ones that they sell, they come in multiple colors.
They do.
And they're like double. They're like $600 for those. And
the little ones have been around for way longer.
Way longer.
That is a great. Maybe there's a market for that. You can get them and wrap them.
I don't know. Oh, maybe. All right.
Sell them, but
then
they
spray
probably
paint
wouldn't.
mine.
There you go. There's that.
I spray painted my Apple Watch gold one time.
Yeah.
To ball it up.
Yeah. Still work good?
It still did. I mean, I used the tape and taped it off and spray painted. I've lost 2 Apple Watches at the gym.
Gym is not a good place for you.
Before, see, I used to get up and go to the gym, and then I'd take a shower at the gym, and then show everybody my balls.
Look at that guy's.
I was telling that actually that was me. I had to say it was somebody else. No, it was another guy. I'm kidding.
In the future.
Yeah, so it's me in the future. But like, I would take my Apple Watch off, and I would. This is before they were waterproof.
Right.
So like I would take it off
and
put it and wrap it on the thing and take my shower, and then I would like get a phone call from work while I'm in the shower. I'm like, God damn it, I gotta write down some shit. Blah blah blah, and go put my clothes on. Like shit, motherfucker, I gotta go write this down. And then I'd be like, leave, and my Apple Watch is gone.
That's it.
And this was actually, before they were waterproof and before you could track them, because now you could track them.
That's right. Find my whatever.
So like I lost 2 of them. I was like, I'm never gonna buy another Apple Watch.
Screw 'em.
Fuck that. I'm never gonna buy another one. But then I did.
But
of course I did. Of course I did.
I have one. I don't even know how I got it, and I used it until there were like, it was so old that the updates wouldn't update on it anymore.
Oh yeah,
and it doesn't adapt to whatever phone. I like the 3 phones through it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like my Apple Watch. I will only wear it to count my calories when I'm like running or working out. That's the only time I wear it. So I didn't buy like the most expensive Apple Watch you can get.
My little brother
I just bought the normal.
He uses it just for that, and he's like he is a worker, like big time workout.
Because I got other cool watches to wear.
Right?
I don't have.
You don't need that.
I don't need
shit.
that. Yeah, I just count calories with it.
That's right.
When I get on the Oculus and I'm fucking burning calories, I put my Apple Watch on. That's it.
Now, isn't it crazy how that can tell you like things like how many calories you're burning, and I think they can even like read your blood sugar and stuff.
Yeah, they can now. I don't have that.
How does that happen?
I don't have that. I have no idea. It's doing something. It's magic.
It is.
It's magic. It's magic.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Apple Watches.
It's the mark of the beast.
Get into that?
No, I think that. Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
I thought that was nearly.
Here we go. Hey, I got something I want to ask you.
All right.
Will
you take the mark of the beast, Jason? now.
Right now.
Right here.
Here, I've got this thing. It goes in your forehead. This is a fun thing to ask people. what is your first memory ever? Like, what is your first as a child? What is the first thing you ever remember ever? Have you ever thought about that?
You know, yeah, I have, and I don't know my first necessarily memory. I can remember.
Can you back it up from something?
I can kind of remember my first time, like my first error.
Your first error.
Yeah. Like the first, like what was going on during these things.
It was bad? Was it bad?
Probably.
Was it good?
Yeah.
See, I have a theory.
Like okay, all right. I'll tell you mine.
I have a theory.
I remember. I think my parents divorced sometime when I was like 6 or 5, 6, and there had been a couple of the little, break up and mama's got a house over here thing for a little while, and then anyway, they both ended up remarrying and doing their own thing. But I do remember them living together. So when I'm saying an era or a time.
Okay,
frame,
so like what? How old were you when that?
but before elementary school. So like,
Okay.
whenever they divorced, we were in the process of like, we had a house that we lived in and they were building another one. And then we were like halfway moved in one type thing. And then that was when they divorced, and like dad kept one house and mom had the other.
Yeah.
So we were kind of living in both houses before they split or whatever. And I had just started going to school. So because we were going to enroll.
Like 4 or 5.
Maybe 5
4?
or 6.
5 or 6?
I think.
That's late to me.
I think so. Yeah.
That seems
Now,
late, right?
Probably suppressed.
I don't know. Because like.
I do too. But look, I know, and I can remember people telling me, like my dad tells me this. He says the older he gets, the further back he can remember.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I remember things, and sometimes I think it's because there's pictures, old pictures.
Now, yes.
And
Now,
I'm
look,
like living through the picture.
So there's stuff
Yeah.
I remember, okay? I remember from before that time that I just mentioned, before I was going to school and stuff, where, like, do you remember the little horses that was like, had a little cage thing and with springs, and you would sit on it and rock it
Yeah,
back and
yeah.
forth?
Oh, yeah.
I can remember, okay, playing on one of them, except for it was not a memory. It was a reel-to-reel thing.
Oh, they had a
okay,
reel-to-reel
and the reason I
video
know
of
it was
you.
the reason I know it was not a memory is because it was sped up a little bit.
Oh.
So it was like
like
the horse
fast.
was hauling ass.
Oh. It's like a damn Rob Zombie video.
Kinda, yeah. Really, just play it backwards. Yeah, crawling the walls and shit. Yeah, just look at him. Yeah, baby in diapers running around
So
and shit.
you really don't remember.
I remember them being together and fighting. And
Really?
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think
so
it's
like
suppressed.
the fighting pulled you into existence. It made
or
you
did
a
I
person.
suppress everything else before that?
Maybe.
You know,
You know,
because it was right before they went their separate ways that I start my memory.
it wasn't like a Christmas or you. What's the first Christmas you remember?
It was a weird, fucked up Christmas because, they were fighting.
Yeah.
And
Oof.
there was like the new toys, right? You know, the new shit going on. But there was something else that was at our house that was like older, like somebody else's shit that was in a box at our house. And for whatever reason, I can remember being more intrigued by this other box of shit
Oh yeah.
than my new whatever was in that.
How old do you think you were?
Maybe 4?
Okay, so I'm thinking like 4 is when people kind of start realizing they're a person, or they have memories.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never met anybody that was like, I remember the doctor smacking me on the ass.
Right,
and then
right.
I cried a lot, and then
well,
my
what is
mom-
there really to remember before that?
Nothing.
Yeah,
What is there to
but
remember before that?
Yeah, you're kind of just existing.
Maybe some people that are abducted by aliens have a memory of them being born, and because like think it out.
Mm-hmm.
You're pulled out. The nurses, they've got these things on.
Bright.
They've got goggles on and a bright light. They probe you. They smack you on the ass, they probe you and get your temperature
Right.
in your butt or whatever.
Wow.
So like people that maybe
if you're Jewish,
maybe people think, yeah, and then they think that maybe when you're born, people think that they go back and think they were abducted by aliens, and they remember that.
And that's what they're really remembering is being born.
Is being born. It's kind of a weird.
Maybe.
Kind of a weird thought. My first memory.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be when I fell down the stairs.
So something traumatic.
Something
Trauma
traumatic, like,
inspired.
and my sister caught me at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Like I go to bed, and then then I hear everybody listening. Like, making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Your ass better be in bed when that song's on. Right. That's all I'm saying. Back in the 80s, and that you better be in bed when you're a kid when Cheers comes on.
You gotta
So I'd like get out of my bed and I'd go down to the stairs. And the basement is where the TV and everything was in Virginia. And I remember falling down the stairs, and then like somebody running over and catching me. I think it was my sister or my mother or somebody. That's like my first memory. And I think it was Christmas because the tree was right there. As I'm falling, I'm seeing like the tree, do the circle as I'm falling down these stairs.
It's a true memory or not a memory of a story that somebody told you about?
This is a true memory.
Do you have those too?
I have those too.
Yeah.
I have the ones where I also mix pictures with memory.
Yeah.
But I do have memories of being very young before going to school, going like 5 years old. I have memories of living in Virginia in this house. I have a specific memory of we got a microwave for the first time, and I'm talking like I might have been like 3 or 4. And my mom and my sister, my sister's 7 years older than me, so she's older. My brother's 9 years older than me, so they had this microwave. They put an egg in the microwave to boil it.
Oh Lord,
like an egg. And nobody knew what a microwave did back then. We just got them, They're like $1,000 for a microwave.
Right.
And we get I don't know what came first, me falling down the stairs or this.
The chicken or the egg?
The chicken or the egg. So like microwave, put the egg, mom's just like experimenting with the microwave.
Right,
like she's Neil deGrasse Tyson at home.
Just push buttons.
And like puts an egg in there, pulls the egg out, goes to like manipulate the egg or take the thing off, and it just explodes in all of our faces.
Oh shit.
And I just started freaking out and crying.
Sure.
I remember that.
I have a little brother that was set down on the counter while my stepmom was cooking, and the little electric coil thing was hot.
Oh yeah.
And he put his hand down on that, and he had the thing, and the child screaming about kitchen stuff made me think of that. I guess I don't know, but that may have probably been his first memory.
Oh, that might have been. I really think like a traumatic thing or like a happy thing brings you
hammers you into
existence, and you're like, oh, I'm a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a comedian that says he remembers his first memory because he was taking a shit in his diaper and it hurt, and he was like, "Ow, this hurts. I'm a person." You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like he's taking a shit, and he's like, "Ow, ow, ow, wait. Oh, I'm here. I'm a
what
thing."
What about the saying that says like how you're brought into the world it affects what kind of person you're, like the water births and stuff like that.
I don't know about
calm
that.
it down and
a lot of people were brought into the world in the back of a car.
That's right.
Or like
floorboard.
or like in old Western
barn
times.
door.
You're like going on the Oregon Trail and they poops you out in the back of a wagon. What do you think? Do you think that affects who you are?
I think I think stuff sometimes happens when traumatic stuff happens to people at younger ages. Sometimes it can really like smash shit into their personality.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
so.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost done with the last season of Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
He was born and watched his mom get chopped up. This is a TV show, obviously, but it's still all based in like real psychological,
truth or stranger fiction,
fucked up things. You know what I mean? Like
right.
they didn't just say, "Oh, we're gonna write this movie," and then they did research and wrote it.
Right.
Like how many psychopaths had a traumatic experience when they were 1 to 5 years old?
Man.
Probably all of them.
We could find out in several years that Dexter's a documentary instead of the damn
thing.
Right. You know what I mean?
Right. I've always wanted to read the book.
At this rate.
Right. I don't know. I just think that, like, do you think that, like, if you're born, do you think that, like, if your parents are, like,
Natural born killer.
hippity-dippity and they have you, like, at home in a tub in warm water, that you end up being a snowflake? Is that?
I think you got a lot of potential.
Do you think
I
that?
think you got a lot of potential. I mean, you're starting off. I mean, I do think that in ways like life that gets harder, or anything that gets harder, callous, and to an extent makes you stronger as a person. You're more. You have to resist. It's kind of like a child that if you have brought things to the kid every time instead of like encouraging,
You could definitely ruin a child.
Yes,
you can definitely ruin a child.
For sure.
You can spare the rod, ruin a child.
There was no rod spared in my house, I tell you. Holy shit.
The other thing is like, I'm always like a firm believer in, like, if you want something bad enough, like, you'll make it happen. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like, man, you know
Like
what?
projecting,
Jason, I want a
manifesting.
Ferrari.
Right.
That's probably not going to happen.
I mean,
But
with
if
time,
in time, depending on
put
what
back, what kind of Ferrari.
How old,
how
is
old
it gonna run?
Is it a Hot Wheels?
Am I
Is
gonna
it a,
sit in it in
you
my
want a
driveway
kit car?
and it doesn't go anywhere?
That's right.
But I'm just saying, like, if you want something
Like
bad
projecting
enough,
and manifesting type things.
yeah, kind of. You can kind of work for it, and you can. And if you really want if you really want to do something, you're gonna try hard for it.
For sure.
And if you try really hard over the course of years,
You've got a real good chance.
You got a better chance.
You've got a lot better chance than not trying.
Right. And just like wishing for it.
Right. Which is where a lot of people's dreams they stagnate right there.
I think a lot of people's dreams go to die with their cell phones.
Ooh,
I think people just go, "Oh, I think I could do that, but I'm just gonna like watch TikTok
Why
for
bother?
the next 2 hours,
Right?
And, fun, and because I'm getting these dopamine."
Nah,
hits.
I think that's just the latest version of it.
Is it?
I think the hell, Cheers was knocking dopamine hits out back in the
I
our childhood on
love
our
Cheers.
parents. You know what I'm saying? Now the only difference is they're flipping through TikTok. They watch
you're
watch
right.
800 videos instead of one episode.
Instead of one 30-minute episode.
Yeah, it's the same bullshit.
Same thing. Same thing.
It's just now we're
you're
overstimulated.
Right. You're right. Way overstimulated.
You know,
Now we need it
and
more
now we
and
need
faster.
more. That's right. You know,
faster,
that's why,
quicker.
Yeah, I mean, first we needed, you remember the like HBO at one point would come on, and it was only on like after 10:30.
Right.
Could you watch if you got the little catalog and you flip through it,
Yeah.
and you would see the little, the movie's name and what it was about and what its rating was and why it was rated that. And if you had like an R-rated movie, you would look for the N.
Yeah, the nudity.
Or the BN. It started. Do you remember the BN? The brief nudity.
The what? Brief nudity.
It's like side boob.
Brief nudity is the best.
Yes.
That's the best.
It's just like a little.
Because you get to use your imagination a little bit.
But now we've
Now
got
there's
Pornhub.
It's Pornhub.
And it's limitless. We got anime.
They're putting cameras inside butts. They're putting in the butt.
That's right. And it's just progressed.
This is what it looks like in the butt.
So 20 years from now, okay.
Oh my God, where are we going?
Now, have you heard that they have started somewhere recently crossbreeding, and I think it might be Japan.
No way.
Yeah, with humans and animals.
No.
Yeah, let's look it up.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like
just
crossbreed?
like it sounds.
That sounds
like the Book of
crimes
Enoch.
against nature.
Yes, it does.
That sounds like
That's what
crimes
we
against
used
nature.
to call it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we used to call it brief nudity, and now it's just called a commercial.
So, yeah, right now, yeah. Do you remember though? Like also in the 90s and early 2000s, like
What would you call that? How would you
everything
search that?
was like called sex. Everything was sold by sex, and I seem like now
yes.
it's like everything is still sold by sex, but if you like it, you're a piece of shit.
That's right. That's it. That's it.
like,
Well, it
what-
goes back to the girl at the
what-
gym just
Exactly.
dressing all, but don't
Exactly,
look.
yeah. Don't look.
Don't
I'm
you
doing it, but
look
don't
at
you
this.
damn look.
It's a game of who can not look.
Yeah, but if you're a really
you look-
hot,
and
if
it's
you're a
the
really
same-
hot dude, they don't. Oh, it's fine. It's
maybe,
fine. But
maybe.
if you're
But
the
you-
old
that-
guy trying to lose, your gut at the gym, fuck you.
You're the equivalent of the guy talking to you at the urinal.
right.
You know.
Exactly.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
How would you look that up?
How would you look that up?
I'll look it up. What is
crossbreeding? Yeah.
Let's
You're
see.
right. I don't want my algorithm. With
I
this
don't
shit.
care.
Get it?
Let's see what my. Let's see. Let's do animal human hybrids.
Oh Lord.
Man, listen to that.
News. Put news.
It's the second one that comes up
news.
after you put animal human.
Yeah.
It
Just
says
type in
manga,
news.
which I don't even want to
Yeah.
get into that.
That's fruit.
That's messed up. Hybrid, less messed up. Animal human hybrid is an organism that has both human and animal genetic material in its cells. The term can refer to embryos, chimeras, good band, or other organisms. So let's hit the images. Ew, gross. There's a lot of AI stuff going on here with these pictures here.
This is
Like,
what I'm
this
talking about.
really fucks
right
up.
there.
Japan. Okay, let's go to the computer. Here, I'm
Recent
gonna
news.
put it on you.
There we go. Just type in animal hybrids news.
Animal hybrids news.
Yeah, and if you put that in Google, it pops up it gives you the AI overview. Looks like they've been doing it. Do you remember CloneX?
No.
Do you remember when they cloned the sheep?
Yes.
All right. After that,
Okay, look. Tell me where to go on. Should I YouTubed it or should I have?
no, you just Google.
I'm gonna pop it up
just
right
hit
here
it
in
in
the bottom.
Google, and
I don't
then
know. I'm using Microsoft Bing like a weirdo. Hold on, let me Google.
Bing
it.
you some Google.
Let me get some Google.
And
What do you
type
want me to
in
type?
animal hybrid news.
Everybody can see that I can't spell right now.
That's okay. It does it for you.
All right. Okay, so
There you go. Right there. No.
Japan-
Scroll back down. Scroll back down. Right there. Read all that at the top.
You read it, cause
It says recent news about animal hybrid. Recent news about animal hybrid includes experiments with human/animal embryos in Japan and the creation of human/monkey embryos.
this has to be against the law.
I would think,
Look, here's a video. Japan
Oh.
allows human-animal hybrid.
Let's see what
check it out.
Let's check it. It starts with,
Yeah, right.
oh my God.
Hold on.
I've seen that thing on top before.
These are organisms containing
Let me start it back over.
Yeah.
step by
Crank it.
research on human-animal hybrids, also known as chimeras. But what are chimeras? These are organisms containing genetic material from both humans and animals. The process involves injecting human stem cells into an animal embryo genetically modified to lack a specific organ. This embryo is then implanted into a surrogate animal for gestation, resulting in an animal with organs made of human cells. This groundbreaking research could pave the way for growing organs for transplantation, addressing the severe shortage of donor organs worldwide. However, the move has sparked significant ethical concerns. Critics fear that human cells might influence the animal's brain development, potentially creating beings with advanced cognitive abilities. Many view these experiments as deeply controversial, with some arguing that they defy the natural order and challenge moral and religious beliefs. While the potential benefits are immense, the debate on the ethical implications of such research continues. Japan has taken a bold
Okay.
step by
Damn,
starting
son.
research
Okay, so
on human-animal hybrids.
So what they didn't say was like what the benefit was. You know,
hold on.
we
one
think
second.
that this
for,
will.
So for my first take is this guy with the Indian accent.
I
just
can't either. I wondered why they
I
picked
don't
him.
believe it.
I do not. Well, look,
I'm having a
man.
hard time.
Look, man.
No, I'm just kidding, by the way. But what? Yeah, what were the benefits? It said
It didn't say.
It didn't. It said that it only said that it would be terrible because of something that happens between the two coming together. They would be like a superior over everyone else.
Well, I
Is
mean,
that
those
what it is?
pictures that they got up don't.
That sucks.
I mean, that's.
crazy.
But I've seen
That's
that.
gross.
I've
That's
seen
like
that
an
top one
abomination. That's so
before.
crazy looking.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know why they would try something like this.
Give me a 1
But
minute.
look, hang on.
Give me a 1 minute take on it while I pee.
All right, European. I tell you what else. I'm gonna look up while you're European. Clone X had several years back. I can't remember. It's been a long time. I think it was Clone X. Cloned a human being named Eve. Cloned baby. Here it is. Where is Eve? Watch this.
Is born. She was born yesterday at 11:55 a.m. in the country where she was born. So this will not give you more details about the location.
2002, 2003.
She's fine. We call her Eve between us. You knew that, of course. Some suggested it, and I thought it was a good idea, actually. You won't have the right name. And, for a long time, I thought that...
So she would be in her 20s now.
This press conference will be with the baby, the parents, the scientists, everybody surrounding me, and having pleasure announcing it. I'm alone. And there is a reason to that.
So while you were pissing, we were cloning humans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this was 2002, 2003, and this woman from a company called CloneX, which they're the ones. Do you remember Dolly the sheep when they cloned
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So I think it's the same company.
Is there like a law against doing this? Or
I
something?
mean,
Like
where are they
human law?
doing it? Where are they doing it? Let's see. First clone human. So she should be 20 now.
All right, where's Chat GPT?
First.
I gotta ask Chat. I only trust Chat GPT.
That's scary.
That's right. I pay for it, so I trust it.
Oh well.
Yeah.
That's as long as you're paying.
As long as I'm paying for $20 a month for it. all of it.
Clonate. I spelled it. Let's put CloneX. Like a Kleenex. Clonate is an American-based human cloning organization registered as a company in the Bahamas, founded in 1997, has philosophical ties with the UFO religion, which sees cloning as the first step in achieving immortality. On December 27th, 2002, Clonate's chief executive, Brigitte something, claimed that a baby cloned named Eve was born. Media coverage of the claim sparked serious criticism and ethical debate that lasted more than a year. Florida attorney Bernard Segal tried to appoint a special guardian for Eve and threatened to sue Clonate because he was afraid that the child might be treated like a lab rat. But yeah, so that was, what did it say? 2002? Be a 23-year-old, 23-year-old. Yeah, my son is 23.
Right. Mine is too.
Yeah. So so they could have switched it out.
This is one of the most notable developments that happened in 2021 when researchers successfully grew human stem cells inside of monkey embryos. For a short period, the goal was to understand early human development and improve organ transplantation science. I don't know if this is something that we should be messing with. They're gonna mess with it though. They're gonna mess with it.
Look,
though.
and no,
what else do they?
Mike,
do?
they have been messing with it.
Oh,
if
I
they're
know.
telling us about it, if they're talking about
Well,
it,
you got to remember.
they
You got to
have
remember
been
that,
doing
like,
it.
all like these books and things that I've read back in the day, like before the internet got TikTok-y and everybody's a conspiracy theorist.
Back when it was cool.
20 years ago, I was all over all this stuff. I was reading books that everybody.
When Alex Jones was on an island by himself.
Yeah, right. No, I'm just saying, like, what flipped me out though was because I saw a UFO over my house.
Yes,
in
I remember you
2009.
telling me about that.
And it was a life-changing experience for me. I went back and started reading Eric Von Daniken's books, all this stuff about all these aliens, all this stuff. And I got into like where on these bases, like they're already doing this, like they're putting pig and man together, and even South Park makes fun of it, even because it's probably true with man bear pig, where they're splicing all this stuff together. He's like, it's man bear pig, guys.
Do you remember Puppy Monkey Baby?
Puppy Monkey? No,
The commercial.
No,
it was like a Mountain Dew commercial.
Oh, really?
And it was like
So
half puppy, half baby, half monkey, and it was like a Super Bowl commercial. I think.
So,
one
well,
year.
of course it's in the Super Bowl commercial because they've got to
programming.
They've got to tell everybody what they're doing, or it's like something wrong.
Yeah.
For some reason, they got to tell
for it to
everybody.
work. For it to work. I think the way I understand it is that means you're accepting it.
Right.
You know,
it puts it in your brain.
So it's not secret.
Right.
It's not a secret. You've
like
seen
all,
it. You
like
took
all
it.
the movies about asteroids hitting the Earth and the nobody caring about it also makes you
Or
not care.
The Book of Revelations, they say how the mark of the beast. That's
right.
Back to that's either are you going to be tricked into getting it? You're going to have to get it.
You're gonna have to get it
to be able to eat.
Right. You're gonna have to get it. And what is it?
What is it?
Is it
Is it a
the
thing? Is it
implants
this?
is it the implant?
Is it a belief system?
Is it the watch that you scan for your to buy stuff? What is it?
I don't know. I remember when they said it was the credit card.
One thing but one thing I hate about
Social
all that.
Security number.
One thing I hate about prophecy is self-fulfilling prophecy.
That's
I hate
when you
that.
when you go ahead and make it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, the Bible says this. We're gonna try and make those things happen.
Let's go get the bull.
Let's make it happen.
Make the sacrifice.
Yeah, let's get the
build
chips.
the temple.
Let's like put chips in the heads and stuff because
Or
people will be
is-
like, yeah, we're gonna.
Or is that how it goes down?
Right.
You
Well,
know?
obviously, yeah. Like that's.
Do you create it, or is it it spoken into existence?
That's
and
almost
ever?
like a time paradox,
right.
where like it was written about, and then people create it to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because it was written about.
Right.
Like when you go back in
or
time,
is it just destined to happen?
This is just it's destiny.
You know?
Anything you can think of anything you can think of will probably happen in time, in a long enough timeline.
For sure. I think
Obviously,
so.
we're gonna go to Mars. Obviously, there's gonna be a chip you're gonna have in your hand
Something's
later.
going on. Something's
gonna happen. And the thing is like if they tomorrow, like they can't do it overnight. So
No.
it's like it starts with the Apple Watch.
How do you cook a frog?
It starts with the slowly, and it doesn't
You
jump
just
out.
put it in there in the pot, and you slowly turn the temperature up.
And in that, the frog means generations of
That's
people.
right.
So
That's
they'll,
right.
they'll get rid of they'll because
Some
me and-
generations
because
make bigger
if
jumps,
tomorrow,
though.
If tomorrow they would say, if everyone wants to buy something,
Mm-hmm.
you got to go to your bank and get this chip put in your. What would we say? Fuck you!
But
I ain't
there would
getting
be a
shit in my hand.
shitload of people lined up getting that chip.
Getting
though.
that chip because they're like, oh man,
Hell
it's
yeah.
so easy.
Well, I think
just,
the vaccine
bam.
proved that.
Yo, it did. 100%.
Can we talk about that?
Oh, you talk about it whenever
Okay,
you want.
okay. Didn't
Of
know.
course it did. Of course it did.
But I mean,
Hey,
and what
man,
if
hey,
that
man,
was
the
a
third,
tester?
The third vaccine didn't work. Just go get that fourth
Get
one.
another one.
It's happening.
Shit,
It's
man.
happening, dude.
Just keep on.
You're a hero.
They're testing the waters.
Yeah.
They're testing the waters. They're saying, will the frog jump out yet? And they found out that the frog will jump out.
If it gets too
It
hot,
got a
too
little
quick.
too hot.
Too quick.
So what do we have to do? We got to cool it off.
Cool it off a little bit.
Cool it off a little bit.
Let's cool it off.
Just nice.
Let's
Bring
cool
it
it
back
off.
down.
Let's
I
roll it
have
back
for
down
years-
before they take over and make a total one world government type thing and all that. They've really got to test the waters.
You mean
really
unless
gotta test it.
if you're gonna, I think that the way that all goes down is not by force.
No, it's by
It's
you're
by
100%.
Pied Piper.
It goes down by please keep me safe. Keep me
Yes,
safe.
yes.
Please keep me
It's
safe.
your own good. Take this shot. You're at.
It's please keep me
Take
safe.
another one.
Yeah.
Take another one.
It's there's so many hackers now with supercomputers and they're stealing all our information
So,
and money, so
what
please
about-
keep us safe. Well, if you have a chip in your hand that encodes with your DNA, they can't do
They
that.
can't steal your money no
Get
more.
the chip,
Get the
put
chip,
it in your hand.
and you'll be safe. It'll
You'll
pulsate
be
something all
safe.
around you. Very good. Yeah,
That's what they do.
That's it.
That's 100% what they do.
And they're testing the waters, for sure. I think.
Yeah. You get a text. How's it going? It's going good. How's it going? Well, it's an awful you know when you get a text from somebody that's like, "How's it going?"
How's
Do
it-
you
how's
want
it
like
hanging?
it's like what do you want?
Yeah. What? Huh?
How's it going?
What's the
Do
next
you want me
question?
to tell you how it's really going?
That's
do you,
a-
do you want me
that's
to tell you how I did my taxes
That's
and they're gonna
that's
keep
another
my
thing
money?
that's
and-
testing the waters right there.
What do
That's
you want me
testing
to-
your
what do you
pulse.
want me to say to
Seeing
you?
what kind of mood you're in.
How's it going?
How's it going?
It's going great.
How's that crock pot going? I see it whistling over there.
The cockpot.
Cock pot. Oh shit, it's that kind of potty.
Your cockpot's going
Yes.
great.
What you got in that cock pot over there, buddy?
We got some. I don't know what's in it.
I'm scared to ask.
I think it's the crock pot. You know, a crock pot's a great way to cook. But you just put stuff in
I
it
love
all
it.
day long, and then
Look.
it's like, God damn, man, how'd you cook this so good? It's so
Shit,
nice. And you're
can't
like,
tell you.
I forgot about it.
I can't tell you. That's it.
I left it in there
That's
and
it.
forgot about it.
I have
all
a
day.
taco soup that I do.
Yeah.
You put black beans, red beans, white beans, and they're all different names, kidneys or Great Northern or whatever, but the colors are the colors.
Yeah.
So you got your red, black, and white beans. Then you throw a can of Rotel. Corn, pick your corn. I like the southwestern corn or the whatever. It's a little grilled, a little char grilled corn or something. A can of that. A pound of sausage, pan sausage, browned.
Oh man.
Oh man.
You need
And
to
a
come
pound
over to
of
my
meat.
crock pot.
And then you throw 2 things of taco seasoning and a thing of Hidden Valley Ranch powder in there.
Yeah.
You stir that shit up, let that crock pot go for about 8 hours, and your sodium will be through the fucking roof.
Yeah, it is a
But
sodium
it is
thing.
good. It is good.
I don't know, like we eat a lot of crock pot stuff, and it's amazing.
I like
And
doing the roast with potatoes.
The
in
roast,
there, yeah.
and here, hey,
beef tips.
throw some banana peppers in that
Yeah,
roast and
man,
that
that
thing.
old
Man, get a little
Mississippi pot roast.
spicy.
Ooh,
It gets a little spicy.
I pour a little bit of a jalapeno in there too.
Oh, yeah?
a little bit of the water,
Yeah, yeah.
a little juice in there too.
I've got something.
Give it a little bite.
I've got something that's a little crazy that me and Ray did on the podcast. It's 6
Uh-oh.
million Scovilles. I think I told you
Oh
about it.
shit!
It's 6 million Scovilles. It's like
I think you
it's like
showed it to me.
squirting in your mouth
Yes.
like some like pepper spray. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Is it like? Do they use that for like protection?
No,
No, this
I
is for-
I bought it at
it's for
a hot
pleasure.
sauce place for pleasure.
Wow!
And I've done it a couple of times just because when
you talk about it like it's a drug.
It
like,
is.
I did
Like,
a little.
it's like a drug. Like it makes your brain like fire off. And
Like
and
the
it's,
smelling salts.
it's really hot, and then for some reason like your brain releases all these endorphins, and you're like, it like if you watch the video of me and him eating those wings, I'm like doing this. Like after I do it, I'm like, oh my god, this is such a mistake.
Yeah, regret.
And then after like a minute and a half, I'm like in another world. I'm just like, I'm dealing with this right now. This is crazy.
You have to
I'm
shut everything else out.
Yeah, you're like, I'm in outer space right now. This is
Have you seen the
It's
video of the
unbelievable
guy?
what it does
that's
to your
like,
brain.
Like PCP'd out of his mind, and he's like running through a grocery store, pouring milk all over himself and shit. It's
No.
bad.
Is it
It's
on the
bad.
internet? Where is it?
Yes, yeah. They'll type it in. Shit, man, grocery store milkman or something. I
Grocery-
don't know.
Grocery store.
Grocery store milk
Freak out.
zombie, milk zombie. That'll get it.
You recognize any of it? Is this it? No.
Those could all be potential.
Let me also say this: there's so much shit on the internet. You
There
can put, and you
is.
can't ever
There
find
is.
anything because it's just like crazy.
Used to,
Just
you
like,
could go straight to it.
there's a million people on here pouring milk on their head
At Walmart.
at Walmart. It sucks.
Screaming and pouring milk.
Is it guy screaming and pours milk all over himself?
This might be it. Is he clothed? No, this dude's doing it for attention. This is not the guy that No, the guy that I have was bald headed and he was trying to cool off.
Oh! He slipped, the dummy.
He was trying to run. This dude's a prank. Look at that guy. Look at the greeters like, the fuck out the way. No, that's not the guy.
Welcome to Walmart.
Welcome to Walmart. Can I see your receipt?
Can I see that guy's milk receipt?
He was half-assed. I wasn't sure if he was getting ready to line him up or if he was trying to juke him. It's a bald-headed guy, and he is super wasted.
Grocery store freakouts?
It was in the.
This one might be good.
Oh no,
You can have the toy.
that's
Calm
a slip
down.
and fall. That's a slip and fall right there.
You can have the toy. Calm down.
That's right.
Look at the cops shopping. Look at the cops shopping. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. Oh, I'm out of here.
Don't tase me, bro.
I didn't know there was a cop around.
No, it's not that one. It's type zombie.
Zombie?
Type zombie grocery store pours milk.
Okay. That'll also bring up very great
Good lord.
things.
Yeah.
Zombie
Grocery store.
grocery store.
Yeah. Milk.
Milk.
I saw something that said prank.
Like, this is like hanging out and doing a podcast. This is all you do. You're just like,
This is
we're
it.
doing
This is it.
Is this? No.
Ooh.
Human milk?
Oh lord.
What if the internet's
Okay.
stupid. What if a grocery store sold human milk? Shut up.
Pizzagate.
Yeah, right. Oh, we're canceled. Locked in. No, not now.
It may be. I don't know. He's having some kind of a moment, like a mental breakdown.
Mental breakdown.
Man,
Let's make fun of that.
that's right. Jesus, who knows what's supposed to pop up now?
No. Oh, some good shit will pop up now. I slipped. Yeah.
Hang on, let's try this.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember when, like...
Demon possessed man, grocery store, milk.
Do you remember when, like, we used to not think that when we slipped or fell was a funny thing? We were embarrassed about it, and we were like, hey, I'm not going to, like, brag about me being a total dipshit.
Yeah?
That is completely gone now. And you know where that started?
No.
It started with, I would say, Jackass, but I think it started with Tom Green.
Humping Dead Moose?
Tom Green actually started everything. He started podcasts. He started Jackass type stuff.
I want to show you what.
All.
I want to show you what pops up when I put in demon possessed man.
Okay. Oh yeah, that guy.
Kenneth Copeland. Everybody.
Kenneth Copeland pops up.
Let me just tell you that Tyler Perry he's a good fella. He sold me this bus.
Look, when you put in Kenneth Copeland, the second thing that comes up is demon moments.
Oh.
This man is evil, it says. He's got some crazy eyes. No,
he does,
he's
dude.
got crazy eyes. I like the one where they're all like jamming.
Like let the bodies hit the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Yeah. So with people like this, do you think they really believe the bullshit? Or is he like, does he know he's a scammer? And you know.
I think he probably started out
Maybe.
right.
Probably.
And then the money started coming in so hard.
And you got to justify it.
The money came in so
It's
hard.
got to be for the Lord.
Those zeros started stacking up, and he was like, "Man, I got to keep this going.
Let me make this right.
I gotta get." And then I think like after a certain amount of money, you get kind of nuts. And then you're
that's
like,
for sure.
COVID-19.
Right.
Damn you. You know, like you
Yeah.
get like you're just trying to pander, I guess.
Do you
at that
think it's
point.
you have no lack of inner circle telling you, hey man, let me check you on that. I don't know, you ought to be, spewing the COVID-19.
Maybe. Have you
virus
seen that? You seen the COVID-19?
I have seen it, but what I'm saying, he doesn't have anybody to come up to you and go. Is everybody else around him?
No,
going,
because
hell
everybody
yeah,
else is like,
come on,
yeah, man,
let's do
yeah,
it.
go,
We're
go,
gonna
go.
do it too."
You got my paycheck signed, right? Yeah,
Right,
go, go, go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the that's a problem with like becoming somebody like that, like famous
With
It's
the
like,
money.
With money, because you're
Yeah.
paying everybody around you.
And
And there's a funny part in
It's like all of Diddy's friends.
yeah, right.
You know.
And they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
let's-
man, you can do that.
Yeah, no problem.
great idea.
That's great. We'll just kick everybody out if they're not comfortable.
Yeah.
We'll just tell them to leave.
You go leave, yeah.
And then we'll go to the next room.
Who was it, like Denzel Washington or somebody like that got pissed off and left a Diddy party? Like,
Well, I think a bunch of them did.
I think it was.
I think some of those rooms got pretty hardcore. And
Well, you remember the Cat Williams stand-up from years ago when it talked about, you walk by a room
oh yeah,
and you look in
Yep.
and you see some shit that you shouldn't have seen.
right.
Was he-
Yeah,
Was he trying to tell us?
that's what he was saying. Yeah, well, I mean, he's been telling us for years.
He has. But
Yeah.
that's a long time ago when he was
Yeah.
saying that joke. That,
Oh yeah,
that
that's been
joke,
going on for a
you
while,
know.
man. How long is Puff Diddy?
I mean,
Puff
Puffy,
Daddy, Puff
well,
Diddy,
Puffer, the diddler.
the diddler.
He,
Allegedly.
I mean, you look back at things and you remember the like the
So
J Lo era. Diddy had
Right.
Diddy had errors.
He
He had the J Lo era. He had the
the Eras
the
tour.
Biggie era. He
Yeah.
had the-
Yeah, that all that.
I never liked him.
Ray
but
said
I was
the
a lot.
same
I was a
thing.
big Tupacer.
Ray said the same thing, and I never liked him as much as I liked Tupac.
I was
wasn't-
more West Coast. I like doing this.
I like the West Coast more than I
They were
like the East
tougher.
Coast. They were tougher.
They
They
were
seemed more
Genuine.
legit.
They did.
seem more genuine and legit.
Puff Daddy didn't intimidate me.
No.
The name,
No.
first of all.
No. And then you had
Puffy.
Death Row Records, and
Which
you had
is-
Tupac, and he was.
And then you had Suge Knight.
And Suge Knight, and they're all like in and out of jail, and
Right,
they're like
doing it.
rapping stuff,
Yeah.
and then like
First of all, you know,
yeah, like first of all,
fuck
they're
your city and you click your claim.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he's rolling with it.
they're really doing it. They were like living that life and giving you like what they were talking about.
And the
We're a
East
bunch of
Coast-
white dudes in Louisiana in our teens rolling
Right.
around like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, we
don't
could
know
relate.
fuck.
We could
Yeah.
relate to that a little more than the.
Who's
the
hot?
East
Who's
Coast-
not?
Yeah,
Who's going
the
to sell
bright
out in
lights.
stores?
We didn't
Boo.
have
We didn't-
20-story
yeah.
buildings. We
No.
didn't grow up
We
on the
didn't grow up-
block.
No,
you
we didn't do
know.
that.
I guess our neighborhoods resembled more the California neighborhoods
They really
than,
did.
than the New York.
The neighborhoods we rode through
They were
here
sprawled out like
and-
this
yeah.
instead of up like that.
Yeah.
You know,
And they were a little ghetto.
they were a little.
They're a little ghetto here.
They were.
They are.
were. We
And
got our
so, like,
country
we-
ghettos.
yeah,
Just
we
because
got
we're
our country
country don't
ghetto.
mean we can't be hood too.
That's right.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, especially in the early 90s.
Look, you know what's becoming more and more of a thing now is country rap. You know, Jelly
Right.
Roll's kind of ushering it in
Yeah.
pretty hard, but like there's dudes that I grew up with. One of them, John Broadnax, over West Monroe. He's doing real good, but
That's awesome.
He's been doing that stuff since we were kids. Man.
I'm just really
And
not
it's
into
just
country
it's a
music
different-
at all.
Yeah, but in this area, there's a lot
Right,
of
there
people
is.
that grew up listening to country, but they also you had like 4 stations here. You had the rap station, the
Right.
country station,
Right.
and before Rock 106, you had the classic.
Well, if
rock
you could pick up
kinda-
99X from Shreveport,
Right.
then you could get that.
Or the
but that
college
was it. Or the
stations around
the-
here.
The Tech College station played Tool,
Right.
And they play, you had to catch it at the right time,
Right,
You had to play
right.
Tool, and they played like college band stuff,
Right.
And it was like, and because in the 90s it was a little harder.
Yeah.
College stuff was a little
Sure,
harder.
sure.
So like we caught a lot of that.
We had a station
alternative-
in
alternative stuff.
ULM like that. It was
Yeah.
91.1.
91.1. I listen to 911 all the time.
That was a
Yeah.
college rock.
And I think, what was the station here in Ruston? I think it was 89.1 or 88.1 or something like that.
Maybe,
I forget what it
yeah.
was. I did a little DJ in there. for a minute.
Whoa, I DJ'd
Oh,
too.
God.
I DJ'd when they had CDs. We had it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Not the turntables, guys. They were doing the turntables. See, where I worked at, there was the radio people. You had LA 105, K104,
89.1, maybe? I don't
101.
know.
So
I
you
don't
had
even know.
rock and roll,
What's radio?
country and rap. The radio
Right,
people.
right.
And it was all in one building. So you would have like open up one door and rock and roll was coming out of it. And we had the CDs, but the guys at the Beat, they had the turntables going on Friday nights.
Right.
They would like bring different DJs in there and like throw down and
That's
stuff.
cool.
It was real cool, man.
Man, how cool is that?
It did not pay.
It's just not that anymore.
It was fun.
That shit
and,
don't
and I was
happen
thinking
anymore.
about this today. What's the future of radios and DJs?
There isn't.
You know, is it going to be a
No, they've turned everything into like a subscription thing where like you can listen to whatever you want to listen to and you have a
but I mean,
subscription.
they're like the radio waves,
No.
the towers and stuff. How much longer before
There's
that's
no money
gone?
to be made on that because everybody's just doing subscription streaming
Yeah.
stuff.
Or Howard Stern,
It's just how things work.
which is
And I like listening to Howard Stern even though he's super left wing guy now.
yeah, he's a good
And-
conversationalist.
But he's a great he does great interviews and he talks real with people
right.
and I like that.
And he catches people sideways, and he
Yeah, he
asks
does.
shit that normal people wouldn't ask. Too.
His movie was great. I love the movie he's in.
Fart Man.
No, no, the Howard Stern movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a great
yeah.
movie. that
What was the
talks
name
about
of it? What it called?
Howard's Private Parts.
Private
Private
Parts, that
Parts.
was
It's
it.
such a great
That was
movie.
it.
I always wanted him to do another one from when he went to satellite radio.
Yeah.
but he never did. He's too neurotic and nervous about it being. It has to be everything has to be perfect for him.
Yes.
And there's no way he could do a movie about that if it wasn't perfect. And
Right.
also with the Artie
Well,
stuff, with
and-
Artie Lang and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
him getting off of there. Like Artie left, and they have the kind of bad blood about it or whatever.
Right,
even though he says
right.
they don't or whatever, but Artie does. But Artie's like kind of a drug.
But
addict
he's even been
dude.
kicked into the dust by like podcasters like Rogan and
Yeah.
and
Well, he
Sean Ryan. Or
He's
people
been
like
kicked
that.
into the dust by those guys because I think that
times.
I think that he went real corporate real hard, and all these
But
podcasts are
times
really like
too.
not
I mean, he was a satellite radio DJ, which replaced like your
regular.
DJs.
Right.
Yes, your
And now-
towers.
now that's
and now
being
the podcast
replaced
is
by podcasts.
That's right. That's right.
Because you could sit down and have a conversation with somebody for 3 hours and get to the nitty gritty about something instead of it being like a plug.
Right.
Talking about, hey, what are you doing? Hey, yeah, I got a new album out. Oh, yeah,
Right.
what do you like? Oh, I like this.
Exactly.
Instead of
And
like,
get in
hey,
depth.
what do you do on a Tuesday night when there's nothing to do? You
Right.
know what I mean? Then you talk about that
right.
for an hour and a half.
Right.
You know?
But there's a lot more.
That's more
there's
interesting.
There's more of an audience now too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
There's
people
way
can
more of
listen
them.
more.
Yeah.
It's coming into with the phone.
Yeah.
Think about that, dude. Think about
I mean,
how
I listen
much
to, like
this.
I listen to Joe Rogan when I'm in the shower because
Yeah.
I have like a system in my shower and I just hook it up to my phone and
Yeah,
I
and let
take a
it rip.
shower and listen to that while I'm getting ready. And then if I'm like doing dishes, same thing. I'm listening to podcasts.
That's it.
You know, because I like to hear what people I know who they are or what they're into have to say about things. When
Or what's
they're-
going on
when
different-
they're like like if you have an expert on whatever. I want to hear that guy talk about being an expert on that
Sure.
without any like political bullshit.
Right, and that's
whatever.
where Howard's kind of missing the mark a lot.
Right.
You know,
Right. He's politicized a lot of things.
he's isolated himself.
Yeah.
You know, from an audience, not just.
He took the big
you
payday.
know, he took the big.
He
payday.
took the big.
But,
He took the 500 million.
But he's
he took
old
the
news
billion.
now. He's old news.
Yeah. I still
Nobody
love
cares.
him. I still love.
I still
Howard.
love him, but
Howard's
but
really
he's-
great. I think he's really
he's-
funny, and I think they had a funny gut. Dude, he is the king of all media. He did it all.
He did it.
He did do it all over the span of his career with the technologies that were out at the time. This motherfucker did it. Like he did
Yeah,
it.
he
and
started
turned it,
from
and
the
turned it
vinyl.
into a payday.
He started with the vinyl,
And
the
turned it
DJ.
into a payday, and he's funny, and he is funny.
He is,
I
and
think
he's
great.
controversial.
And he's controversial.
You remember the thing? Why people listened? Why people that hated
Yeah,
him listened?
yeah,
Why
because-
people that loved it, they wanted to hear what he had to say next. Why did the people that hated him listening? Because they wanted to hear what he had to say
What did he
next.
say next? They want to hear what he was
Yeah.
going
And
to say.
that's it. Shock rock. He was the Marilyn Manson of the
Yeah,
microphone.
it was total,
you know?
and he's the first person that ever did it, and
He is.
that blows my mind. Like he's the first person.
That is a
Be-
little.
what's-
Paul
what-
Harvey.
what's funny-
Paul
what's
Harvey
funny
had
about-
his thing.
Well, he did, but he wasn't controversial like that. Like Howard Stern, like did
Art
this.
Bell.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, Howard Stern was like, okay, you're a DJ, you're gonna play music, and then he would be like, oh, I'm not playing music right now. I'm just talking about what
Now
I did
look.
last night.
Now look, I did
And
that.
people were like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm just talking about my life. And they're like, you're supposed to play
I
music.
got in trouble for that. I worked the graveyard shift at LA 105, and like from 12 to 6 in the morning before the
You weren't
morning
playing music.
guys.
You were talking shit.
I mean, at about 2:30 in the morning, I'd do whatever the hell I wanted to do. I'd play what stuff that wasn't on the playlist. You would have to, like, if you had to go to the bathroom, you'd have to play like a real long song, like the
right.
Freebird.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Atlanta,
Yeah.
live, or Inagata Davila drum solo or something
Right.
like that, and or you would have dead air,
Right.
And I had dead air a couple times. It was, you forget, you're out there
I knew somebody
bullshitting
over
with
here
somebody.
at Louisiana Tech back in the 90s that when they quit, they played Here Comes the Sun over and over again and locked the studio up. And it played Here Comes the Sun, looped it for like hours.
There you
And it was
go.
like just playing it because they were like, fuck this, I
Yeah.
quit. And
I'm
they
out.
left
You're
and
cool.
they looped the song, locked the door, and then like nobody noticed for like an hour, which is terrible.
That's fucking funny.
That was like going to work. It was like coming or going somewhere, and I was like, "It's just playing Here Comes the Sun over and over again. What's going
Is it
on?
me? Is it you? Do you hear this too?
Did I do mushrooms today?
Right.
Listen to the
Oh,
Beatles. What's going on
Lord.
with me?
Imagine the guys that did do mushrooms that day.
Oh yeah, right. They're sitting in their dorm room.
Is the sun coming or is it already here?
Is
I
it
think
gone? It's gone. It's
Wait
coming.
a minute.
Here it comes again.
Poor soul. I'm not going to tell him about him. He'll see the bats soon enough.
All right, I think we've done over an hour. We're gonna
Really?
Yeah, we've been an hour at it. Let's sign off. Peace out.
Peace.
We'll do it again. We'll get Jason and Ray and me in
Yeah.
here, and we'll do it over.
We'll do that
again.
menage.
That's
we'll
right.
save it out for you. You can't get away next time, Ray.
Peace.